starting. Hi, Tim.
Hi, Cindy. I'm Tim Mooney. I live at 308 Park Avenue. Um, I am interested in growth. I believe in the dignity of the historic ski town legacy of Aspen. And I think that growth in the city and growth in the county should be balanced and compatible. I think that the city should be talking to the county and the county should be talking to the city. There should be intergovernmental agreements so that both entities can know what's coming up in their future as far as what one is going to do and what is going to impact them and what is going to impact the other. I think for the county just to expand the airport and build a new airport without having some kind of intergovernmental agreement with the city to manage the infrastructure and the impacts is really bad governance. And I think the city just building new hotels at the top of Aspen Street, eliminating parking, mitigating affordable housing in the urban growth boundary is just bad governance. And there should be some kind of communication when there's obviously a solution to an intermodal transportation hub in the city at the Rio Grande by the parking garage, and the city builds an office building there. It's absolutely absurd. The county should have had a shot at saying we need a hub, we need a transportation hub there, that if we do expand our airport, we will have a destination inside the city so that we can measure the quality of the experience from the first mile of travel to the last mile of travel. So the city is going one way, the county is going another way. The GMQS is really important, and I think that there should be teeth and strength in both GMQS at the city and the county, and they should overlap and be compatible. The philosophies about growth and legacy of this community should be balanced between the city and the county, not separate. Not just say, oh, you're a bunch of farmers and you can have 15,000 square foot mini hotels in the county, and we're just going to build more commercial downtown, and we're going to have more shops. We're going to tear down Bidwell and put up 3 times the size of the building that Bidwell represents as far as traffic and impact in one of the main intersections in the whole valley. Without the right hand, the county, and the left hand, the city, knowing what's going on both their platforms all the time, it's never going to work. There has to be intergovernmental agreements in the GMQS, and both the city and the county have to get on the right page. Water should be regulated. Water is one of the key factors to growth. There should be some kind of intergovernmental agreement as to how the city can use its water rights. So for Cisneros, for somebody to develop a vacant piece of land and put 3 or 4 or 5 10,000 square foot houses over there and go through the county regulations to get their setbacks and their FAR, to get their approvals, and then come to the city and say, okay, we want to annex to the city because we want sewer and water, is buffooning the whole growth management system, and it should stop. And the city should have intergovernmental agreements to say, we're not going to allow that. The county should say, we're not going to do that to the city. And I really think that there could be zoning at the airport so that the city basically has some long-range view of what's going to be built around the airport and how many rent-a-car companies are going to be there. There should be environmental assessments for Snowmass, for Carbondale, for Basalt, as far as how growth in Aspen affects the whole valley corridor. Traffic is ridiculous. And so to expect the county to build intercept lots to mitigate the city's traffic problem is not fair. And there needs to be cooperation between both entities to balance the growth and to stop just pure expansion for greed instead of need. And I think that this whole process needs to overlap with a city process We have to get the mayor and the city council to be participants in these kinds of discussions, and we have to get the county commissioners to pay attention if they expand the airport, how it's going to ruin the lifestyle in the city. So this is the crux of the whole thing. It's cooperation. There are two fighting, egotistical entities now where there's a lot of money involved, there's a lot of egos involved, and it's got to stop. And it's got to stop through creating new documents that basically can be agreed upon by the city and the county to manage the growth in a balanced way. Thank you.
Thank you.